Welcome to Scorched Earth and a general reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon or Ascendant for the last 2 weeks of October. I hope you're well. I'm using the Crow Tarot a few years ago. So, do I have anything to tell you? I do not. Apart from, if you have not seen these mid-month readings before, structure them slightly differently in so much as we are looking for the lesson. I believe that there is a lesson or wisdom contained within every interaction and experience that we have, if we are open to see it. And often we're not, because we get bogged down with the minutiae of, day-to-day stuff. So, as an exercise in perspective, what I intend to do is pull 3 cards to see where you are right now, and then 3 cards to work out why you are there in the first place. And sometimes it's because, there's something trying to be shown to you about yourself. Sometimes it's trying to clear the way for new things to come in. It's different every time. But I think as an exercise in perspective, if we can stand back and have a look, it makes it a little easier to navigate what can be challenging energy at times. And we'll close out with 3 cards of advice. Hope that makes sense. So, could I have 3 cards, please, for Pisces current energy? 3 cards for Pisces. Oh, goodness. So, the first card that we have that came out is the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. The second card is the King of Cups. And we have the Ace of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles together. It's quite interesting. I only asked for 3 cards, but I've got 4. We've got the Tower at the bottom of the deck, but I'm genuinely not at all alarmed by this. It actually feels incredibly creative in this context. It's followed by the Magician right there. And so, whilst the energy of the Tower does usually indicate something kind of blowing apart, it's quite aggressive and violent energy. It feels inspirational for you at this time. Like I said, we've got this Wheel of Fortune here. And the colours, actually, of the Wheel and the Tower are the first thing that are drawing my eye, the kind of zoning in together. We've got it in the background of the Magician too. It feels like tapping into something. You are able to tap into something at this point, which, possibly you might have found it violently creative at some point, but I feel like you're much more at ease with it. It doesn't feel like you've lost anything with this Tower. More, it feels like just being able to put things together in a way that you didn't before. And so what might have fallen for you recently, or be in the process of doing so right now, is preconceived notions about the way that you might do something. And as the Tower's fallen, so this Crow is rising, it seems to me, here. Now, the Magician tells us that you have all the tools that you need to do whatever it is that you're setting out to do. And perhaps that's the thing that you didn't see before. That's the thing that's now suddenly hit very, very strongly. It could be a new creative impulse, but certainly it feels like there's been a liberation somewhere, and I think that's incredibly important. And I love the fact that we've got the King of Cups here. Now, this is Scorpio energy. Shut the fucking window. But it's tapping into something deeply emotional in you, and it feels actually like gift is the word that I keep hearing over and over again. It feels like you're tapping into something, and what you are creating is a gift, not just for you but for other people too. And we've got this Ace of Wands here, which is again that spark of creative inspiration amongst other things. It is ways of living and whatnot also. Here with this 4 of Pentacles, it doesn't feel like you're holding on too hard to things. It feels like for the first time in perhaps quite a long time, you see what it is that is important to keep hold of. And I keep getting this feeling that you've kind of wandered very close to this energy before and pulled back from it for some reason. And I'm not entirely sure why. But now you're ready. I'm going to break my own rules. I'm going to pull a clarifier for this Wheel of Fortune, because as well as indicating that you know, the wider energies of your life are supporting whatever it is that you're doing right now, you can also talk about really getting a lesson. Like, as in getting the lesson, you see what everything is. I am smiling because we've got another ace here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, and it's here with the Chariot. Okay? Now, notions of the self have been something that we've talked about quite a lot here this year. And more for you, the discovery of self. It feels to me like it's going very, very well for you. But I'm coming back to this Wheel of Fortune being something that you are finally seeing, a lesson that is finally dropping for you. And it is to do with yourself. It is to do with what you can achieve. But also how powerful you are, how creative you are. It feels like things are blowing apart, but sort of coming together for the first time in a long time. I hope that this is making sense to you, because it's quite difficult sometimes to articulate what I feel with Pisces, because so much of it is beyond language, which I guess is the point when you're dealing with a water sign. Tell me what's Ace of Wands. 4 of Swords and 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is often a defensive or protective energy, but so I'm looking at this here in the John Bauer Tarot, you know, it's some sort of possibly creative project that you found a little bit daunting and you weren't quite sure how to go about, but it seems you've made your peace with it with the 4 of Swords here, and all of the things have come together. It's like, I know how to do this now. This is not terrifying anymore. And I think with the 4 of Pentacles here, it's understanding how important this idea is to you, initially in the first instance, but it has wider implications, which is fascinating. And it could be that there's just a whole spin around in the way that you do things. Like I said, it feels like preconceived notions are the things that are being blown apart here. And there's some sort of creative force, a creative vitality that you're tapping into now. That is wholly you. I mean, obviously there will be influences from things that you have known before, and, you know, different things that you have come up against before, but it seems like you've broken all that apart and you've run it through your Pisces filter, and you've taken what is important, and now everything is kind of fitting together. Sorry, I know that this is quite vague, but I'm just going with the message as I feel it. So why is Pisces here? I don't know. Thank you. We have the 2 of Cups, we have the 8 of Wands, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. With the 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here, it seems like this is paving the way for collaboration with other people. We have the 3 of Pentacles here, which is all about collaboration and teamwork, but we also have the 2 of Cups, which is coming together with somebody else. You know, there's an alignment here, and it doesn't have to be romantic relationships. It can be business partnerships, it can be friends, it can be family, whatever, you know. With this 8 of Wands, we could see it as communication, and obviously that would fit if you are, you know, opening up to a new idea, a new way of doing things, and you want to, you know, bring other people on board, then we can see that. But there's also, see, momentum with this card. You know, things really gaining momentum, but it's like the ones are coming into land, and they're coming in fast. Whatever breakthrough you've made recently, Pisces, And you might still be in the process of having this breakthrough as we speak, actually. These next couple of weeks, see you applying it not just to whatever it is that is right in front of you, but seeing the wider applications of it. You might find that this actually filters out into lots of different areas of your life. It's like the domino falling in one place, sets off this chain reaction, which does then necessarily affect everything else around you, and very, very positively. I have to say, we've got the Six of Pentacles there, which is about balance, bringing things into alignment, equilibrium and all that lot. But we have the Queen of Cups sitting behind it, Cancer energy, but obviously a counterpart to the King here. And it would be remiss of me to not to say, obviously, that if this is a romantic connection, then it seems to be very balanced. It seems to be very well paired here. But so it could be for any other aspect of whatever it is that you're working with, any other kind of relationship here, because we've got two people who are coming from a very similar place, but complementary rather than the same. What we don't have is two Kings of Cups, because what new thing does that bring to the table? Probably not very much. But when we have the masculine and the feminine coming together, we're creating something that is possibly bigger than the sum of its parts. I hope this is making sense. But it seems like the reason that you've had this epiphany, and it does feel like an epiphany, to be honest, in whatever aspect of your life it applies, it is paving the way for collaboration. It is paving the way for you to work well with someone else, to build something that you've had in your mind for a while. Like I said, it seems like it just the idea of it intimidated you for a while, and you kind of came to it and then pulled back again, and now everything's just falling into place. Can I have some cards of advice for Pisces, please? So we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, and we have the Six of Wands. Wow. We've got the Lovers card at the bottom of the deck. Again, it talks about harmony, it talks about union, it talks about two people coming together, and that might possibly be this if you are looking at going into a new romantic relationship. I feel for the most part, most of you, that isn't what this is. It's something else. It's something bigger than that. It's something that speaks to things that are important. And for a lot of Pisces, that tends to be things that are, collaborative and creative in nature. But we have the Knight of Pentacles, like I said, this Virgo energy. And the message of the Knight of Pentacles is often slow and steady wins the race. It's like, don't take any shortcuts. Do everything in the right order and take your time with it. But there's a bit more to it than that, because when I see the Knight of Pentacles, I really do see belief in the importance of what is in front of you, right? That crow's got his pentacle there in his mouth. It's like, this is the most precious thing that he owns, right? He understands the value of it, and so he will move slowly and carefully at this point forwards while he's trying to get to his destination with this pentacle intact. But with this Ace of Cups here, there's an incredible well of emotional potential for you to access here. I know I keep coming back to this being a creative project, but if it is a creative project, there's something very cathartic in that for you. There are levels of understanding and depths of understanding that will be available to you in the process of this activity. But again, if this is a relationship, it's in the beginning stages, but it's very well matched. whether it is romantic or otherwise. I mean, you take it as it resonates to you. I mean, the final card that you've got is the Six of Wands. It is a card of victory. It is a card of success. It is the Leo card. And what would a Pisces reading be without the Leo card in there somewhere, right? I don't know why it happens, but it's just here every time. But I feel, rather than it being, you know, success, because we're in an advice section here, what it feels like more is believe in it. Believe in the potential for success in what it is that you are doing. You know, the potential for success for you personally, okay? But also on a wider stage. You know, it's almost like whatever you're doing here, there will be eyes on it, and those eyes will see you succeed. And I'm not sure why it's important for you to know that, but it is. It's like, you know, keep your head down. Don't take any shortcuts. Work at it. Give it everything that you've got. But really believe in it. And belief is so important anyway. Well, that was short and sweet, wasn't it, Pisces? I don't really think I have anything else to say. I mean, if it resonates with you, it resonates with you, you know? Huh. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave it there. This is nice to see, Pisces. I really, really like this for you. And if it does resonate and you feel so inclined, do share what's going on with you. Right? Okay. Well, know that I love you all very, very much. And I will see you soon.